Hello, welcome back to the channel Tarot Yogi. I'm Vinit, and today we have another timeless pick a card reading on how do men view you. And even before we get into the reading, I do want to announce 27th of September I will be offering my Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot course. So if you're interested in learning the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot from me, do sign up. This is perfect for beginners to intermediates, and I have become really good at teaching this course. So you really don't want to miss out learning from me. And yeah, if you're interested in getting a personal reading from me, you can hit me up on my email or my Instagram. And I will also look at your birth chart as a part of the reading. So if you want to get your birth chart read by me, come to me. And yeah, let's begin this reading on how do men view you. We have 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1, we have our Nefertari Tarot. Pile number 2, we have the Tarot of the Divine Masculine. And pile number 3, we have our Gustav Doré Tarot. So take a minute, see what pile is being called to you intuitively. The description box below will have the timestamp for your pile. And again, remember, these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please do like the video, share, subscribe, comment. And yeah, if you're interested in getting a personal reading or learning tarot, you're very, very welcome. And I will see you guys in your reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose the Nefertari Tarot, this is your reading on how do men view you. And even before we start this reading, I do want to announce 27th September, I will be offering my Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot course. So if you are interested in learning tarot from me, do sign up. You can send me an email to get more details, or you can hit me up on my Instagram to do the same. And you can do the same if you want a personal reading from me. And please do like the video, share, subscribe, comment. And now let's begin this reading on how do men view you? How do men view my pile number 1? Okay, pile number 1, we have 4 of Swords, we have the Knight of Pentacles, we have 7 of Pentacles, we have the 10 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, Knave of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, and we have the Queen of Wands. We have a lot of this Pentacles energy. Let's start there. Men do see you in a very abundant light. They do see that you're very prosperous in every area of your life. You could be extremely independent. You could have your own money. You could have your own car. You could have your own crib. You could just have your own things, and men sort of see that, you're very well taken care of. And, you do all the taking care of yourself. So men do like that, you are like Miss Independent, and they do like your hyper independence in a way. And I think this is just how men generally like you. But I think the men that you like, they also like this about you, but they also feel often that they're not enough, and they don't always feel that they have the best to offer you, because you could be doing better than most of them. So I do think that has been a problem maybe in your interpersonal relationships with men over the years. So you do keep men on their toes, which is good, pile number 1. So you do understand the long race. We have the Knight of Pentacles and we have the 9 of Pentacles. So I'm hearing Material Girl by Madonna. So, experience has made you rich, and now everyone is sort of after you. It does feel that way. But see, being materialistic is not a bad thing. And people get this completely wrong about spirituality. In fact, if you're truly spiritual and if you're truly walking the path, then to show your spiritual mastery, you must have mastered the physical realm, the 3D. Because how can you set sights on something higher if you don't have your basic needs taken care of, right? And spirit comes to die in matter. Therefore, matter is spiritualized matter. So, understanding this in your own experience, and understanding that to conquer the spiritual, you have to conquer the material first. We cannot directly affect our mind. We cannot even control our minds. Can you even think about nothing for 5 minutes, you probably can't, unless you are an excellent meditator. So understand this, about yourself, and I think you do understand this about yourself. That's why you have accelerated so much in your life, and you have created a beautiful garden around yourself by knowing what seeds to plant, what seeds to nurture, and what trees to crop out. You have that deep discernment that has come to you from lifetimes, by number one, and that's why you are in this very abundant energy, whether you have a man or not. You know, you are the man regardless of your gender over here, pile number one, and you are in this very king energy. And men obviously see you as wifey. They do want to have the happily ever after with you because you're confident, you're hot, you have everything to offer, you have your own kingdom to run. You're not really chasing after anyone, but just your aspiration and your goals, and you're clearly succeeding. So you are everything a man wants, pile number one. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. So men do see they do see their forever home with you. They do want to build that with you, even if they really have to be on their toes all the time. You really bring out the masculine side in men, pile number one. And we have the Ten of Cups as well. So it doesn't get any better than this. The emotional fulfillment and the legacy and just a good life overall for generations to come. And I do think you will be able to build this with the right man. I do think you have friends, but I don't think friends are going to be the prominent aspect in your life. Pile number one, they will have their own place, but I think at forefront will be your career and your family and your children. I am sensing kids in this pile as well, pile number one. So I do see you having kids at some point over here if you haven't already had them. But they are a big part of your destiny, and they will make you the happiest, I feel. I really feel that the purity of a child, it will touch your heart. So again, things will only improve after you have your children. That is also a message for you. And men do want that. Men want to tie you down. Men want to put a ring on it. Men do want to, just have that traditional provider energy with you, even though you're doing so well for yourself. So you're clearly on a winning streak, and you taking control of your mind and getting control of your thoughts has pushed people also to do that and become the best themselves, to become the best version of themselves. So you have a very transformational energy, pile number one, and only the right man will be able to match it and maintain it. So you really need to see who is able to rise to the occasion over here, and really take the throne with you, because you understand the long game, you understand what you're here to do, and you understand the legacy that you're going to be leaving behind. So, and understand that God has made you so special, so there will be someone as special created just for you. So I think it's only a matter of time for you, and you're going to continue to be abundant. You're going to continue to get more confident, get more hotter, you're going to even look younger as you get older, because you're so much in touch with your own youthfulness and your childlike wonder, and that is what is going to carry you through and keep you young at heart. Therefore, you're also going to be looking your best. So continue to be in this very delicious energy that you are in right now, and everyone does want a piece of you. So you're definitely doing something right, and I think the right man will be able to step it up and be with you. And if it's not harmonious, he's not the right person. I think you understand that. So the harmony that you have created in your inner life will be reflected even in your relationships, even if they haven't till now. You will be changing the history, and you will be rewriting it in a way that you want it to. So you will get what you want out of this as well. And I'm not saying you won't have any friends. At max, I think you will have one or two friends. I don't think you're going to have a group of friends. You're not here for the groupie life, pile number one. You're really here to stand alone and stand in your power and project your power to your own kingdom and to the people who really need you. You have a very big destiny to play, and men know they cannot waste time with you. You know, you're on a roll, and time is money, so you're gonna make it regardless. You really inspire men to really like step it up and be more in their masculine energy. Pile number one, I would definitely say that. Men do try to change for you, but they just feel, you know, they come short. So again, it's gonna take a man that is secure in himself and is confident within himself to be able to really be with you. Otherwise, it's just gonna be a disaster. And I think you already know this. Pile number one. You're very good at rebuilding things, even how many ever times they get knocked over, and the persistence, the patience, the resilience is also something men see, and they find that incredibly attractive and inspirational, and they really wonder how you manage to do all that by yourself. But it is your conviction. That is what is really hot to a lot of men, I would say. The way you handle things, honestly. And on this Knight of Pentacles, we have a sturdy brown horse. So again, there is that reliability to you. Nothing about you is flaky, pile number one. So at the end of the day, a man wants someone that they can build with. So you do give that sort of an energy. I'm not saying you give Bob the Builder energy, but you know, a man can really feel like he can have a home with you, and you would really make it a home, if that makes sense. Shuffle some oracle. Okay, pile number one, we have card number 2, Vishwamata, and card number 9, Khadga. Well, I'm seeing the third eye over here, so you are very all perceptive. Men know that they cannot lie to you. They would rather go and lie to their mothers, at least they would believe them. They know that you're not going to believe in their lies, and you're going to be very cutting when you need to be. You're not going to tolerate any disrespect. So men really know not to cross you, and even if you give men the tough love, yet it is very motherly, it is very nurturing, it is not point and kill. It is coming from a place of tough love and constructive criticism, and genuinely wanting the best for the person. And men do sort of realize this, and they do feel ashamed of the low frequency and vibration that they came to you with. But you transform that anyway, because you do have spiritual superiority over here. You do have more power, and you're just able to transmute it. You're alchemizing other people, pile number one, which is a very big deal. It's a very big deal. So it's again a blessing that you have. It's a superpower that you have, that you're meant to use and even help people with, right? Even people that are coming to harm you, you will be helping them. So just being that selfless is very angelic, and people really need someone like you, especially now more than ever. So understand your purpose, understand your role, understand what you also have to offer, especially men. So be more selective and exclusive with your energy. But you do have that fierceness to you. And you might not always show this side of you unless you truly get pushed to show the side of you, because you know better. But people are people, so what to do? I feel you, pile number one. But you know when to keep quiet, you know when to take action. And more than anything, you have great self control. You can control your mind. Therefore, you can control other people's minds, which is again very, very powerful. And you know not to use it or misuse it in a way that is harmful. So you are like the ideal human being, pile number one. And men do sort of see you like that. They do see you in this very ideal light. You're so aspirational that people like want to be you, right? So just continue to be the inspiration that you are, and I think the right person will rise up to the occasion and take the throne with you, because you will need someone as spiritual as you, as advanced as you. So I think it's a matter of timing, and I think you already know that. So just play the game that you've been playing, and you know you're clearly winning, pile number one. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number. Once again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please do like the video, share, subscribe, comment. If you're interested in getting a personal reading from me, you can definitely hit me up. You can do the same if you want to learn tarot from me, 27th September, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number two. If you chose Tarot of the Divine Masculine, this was your reading on how do men view you. And even before we begin this reading, I do want to announce 27th September, I will be offering my Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot course. So if you're interested in learning Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot from me, do sign up. You can send me an email to get more details, or you can hit me up on Instagram. You can do the same if you want a personal reading from me. And please do like the video, share, subscribe, comment. And now let's begin this reading on how do men view you. Okay, pile number two, we have the Four of Swords, we have the Moon, we have the Nine of Cups, the King of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, the Lovers, Page of Swords, Keeper of Cups, and we have the Six of Pentacles. Men view you in this very, even if you're a guy, men view you as very feminine, very loving, very motherly. We have the Queen of Cups and we have the Six of Pentacles. You're not just very loving, you're also very giving. You give yourself very selflessly to the whole cause. So you do have that very unconditional love. People feel truly loved by you. And I think this is why no one can truly forget you. Because no one can love the way you do, pile number two. And that's why people get really addicted to you, especially men who have not had any love. So you do have that very hypnotizing, enchanting effect, even when you're not trying to do that, when you're just trying to love someone. But people can feel that, right? People can feel the love. So that's why you are very like unforgettable and enchanting and just very hypnotizing. Men are very tantalized. They want more. That's why you must have seen a lot of men not act correctly just because they wanted to like keep you and you know like sort of not cage you, but in a way sort of do that because you know you're just the most precious thing to them. And I think that has been the problem, because people sort of do objectify you and want to like hide you like the treasure that you are. But you know you are a living being yourself, you know, with your own autonomy, and men sort of want to conquer that. So you do bring out this very complex nature in men because they do not want to lose you. And they know that there's so much beneath the surface. And they just feel that they will like drown themselves if, because you know yourself more than they know themselves. So I don't think you just keep men on their toes. I think you're a real challenge to a lot of men, and I do think men are given, maybe two chances to really see if they're going to really rise up to the occasion, or are they going to continue to do what they have been doing. So you're sort of like the test, but you're also the reward, pile number two. And I know being at the receiving end of this is not exactly a lot of fun, but yet you know how to handle yourself gracefully. You are emotionally mature. You don't react, you respond, and you're an ethical hard worker. Men also know that they cannot match you in your work ethic and what you have to do and what you have to give. That's why you're so perfect to them. Alongside this unconditional love that you have, you're not to be messed around with. You command your respect, and men also love this hardworking nature to you, because they know that they can actually build something stable and strong and firm with you. And I think you're always trying to learn something, you're always trying to learn something new, you're always trying to grow, you're always taking up a new hobby. And that itself is very enticing to men. You don't give up on yourself. You go harder on yourself, and you improve even more every time. So men are really in awe, and I think you are like the true muse by number two. You are like the real muse and the real inspiration to a lot of men, because you breathe life into them. So it's definitely very challenging for men to sort of have your heart in a way, because they know they really have to be at their best, because you're way beyond your best at this point, and they really have to like match your frequency long term if they really want to build something stable with you. And I don't even think you think this way, but it's them, because they feel like that the train is leaving, or that they will miss their flight with you. So you're pretty cool and awesome, and just continue to do that, because the reading starts with the Four of Swords. So you have your inner serenity that you've cultivated. You have, you're doing your work, and you meditate, and you have this very calming meditative effect even on people around you, because you have cultivated this within yourself. Pile number two. So you're like the moon, very mysterious, very hypnotic, always revealing a new side, or not always revealing something, sometimes hiding in the clouds. So men just don't know what to get with you, or they don't know what they will get with you, or even they will get you at all. And whatever they will get, they will cherish it like mooncake. So you do have that very elusive quality, that very transcendental quality also, that men don't always understand, but they want to chase, because it's sort of like a high to them, yet it is so grounding. So in a way, you really shatter men's reality. Pile number two. And I think God sends you when even the therapists fail. So you do have that sort of, you could even have this very like femme fatale, video vixen like energy to you, and you know how to play into it. Pile number two. And I think men are trying to play you, but all along they were being played, and now they have got feelings. So I do think this is a cycle you go with a lot of men. I think what you're doing is also you're helping everyone around you awaken to this more awakened state that you maintain for yourself all the time, regardless of the dense frequencies around you. Pile number two. I think you've understood the greater spiritual laws, that in order to receive more, you have to keep giving more, and that's not even why you give. It's just in your nature to give. And Six of Pentacles is Moon in Taurus, and Moon is exalted in Taurus at 3 degrees where the Pleiades constellation is, or the Kritika Nakshatra, because that is said to be the birthplace of the moon. So something about motherhood over here as well. That's what Pleiades gives me. Pleiades is the seven witches in the west and the rishis over here in the east. So, they have a very strong magical, witchy, mystical correspondence there as well. And in a way, you're connected to source, so you can abundantly give and never be, you will always be replenished, you will never run dry. So you are sort of in this cosmic alignment with yourself, with your higher self, and therefore you're able to create all this beauty and generate all this beauty around you from this, you know, endless source that you're drawing your energies from, by number two. And it is a phenomenal work of magic that you're doing. What you're able to pull off, it's very rare. It's a rare sight. That's what I would say. And men are just bewildered and amazed because I don't think they can always even comprehend what exactly is going on, but they can feel it, and there is a sense of reverence there, I would say. And hands down, you will always choose yourself. Like all this inner harmony that you've created, it is not created on diplomacy, right? It is created because you've tamed different aspects and polarizing aspects of yourself. You've done that work that no one has seen, but what people see is the result, right? It's your alchemical result. So you're really a master over here, by number two, and you have to just know and realize that, and continue to operate from this higher selfless space. That's going to benefit you the most, even no matter how difficult things around you get, because you do have that mastery of maintaining your inner stasis, inner balance, even in the harshest of times. And you know how to bounce back. You do have that very strongly within you. Shuffle some oracle. Okay, pile number two, we have card number 36, Artha of Kali, and card number 1, Smashana. Something about resurrection. You have been able to resurrect yourself over and over and over again, and that is also a supernatural ability you have. You could be a Taurus, Libra, even I'm getting Pisces energy strong. So you could be these signs, or you could have prominent placements in these signs, but look at your Venus placement and that'll tell you more about your ability to resurrect, because it was Venus who had the ability to resurrect life. So, and I think that is very tied in with your karmic matrix in this lifetime, because you're not just reviving yourself, you're reviving other people as well. And I do feel that that is sort of like a karmic debt you have, and you're here to sort of clear that. But it's all good, and like I said, you do have that phoenix like energy of rising from the ashes, and coming back even stronger and better than before, and yet continuing to maintain your consciousness, so it expands even more. So you're going to reach some very, very high levels in your meditation in this lifetime if you really lock in, pile number two. That's a very clear message here as well. And just being more focused about your aims and your goals and your targets, and knowing that you have the sight to reach it. Because Arthakali, he has a bow and the arrow in his hand. So you already know. You can see it. I can see that you can see it. You can see your target. So you know how to hit it best, by number two. And you have all the experience till now, till you like release the arrow, right? So don't hold yourself back, and know that there is nothing that you can't bounce back from, because the more terrible the destruction for you, the more glorious the resurrection is going to be. And I think a lot of men have seen this. They've seen you come back, and I think a lot of men even thought that you would not be able to come back from these very extreme metaphorical deaths that you've had to experience, but you've really left a lot of people with their mouths gaping in shock because they just cannot process or comprehend what and who you are. And they don't have to. As long as you understand yourself, that's more than enough. People don't have to understand you, pile number two. And I don't even think you seek that outside yourself, which again makes you even more lethal, right? So continue to give, continue to be selfless, and just watch your consciousness and magic grow. Like I said, you will be reaching very glorious states in this life, internally in your meditation and also externally in the world, and it'll all reflect each other. So you will just be able to see it for yourself, right? Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number two. Is again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please do like the video, share, subscribe, comment. And if you're interested in getting a personal reading from me, if you are interested in learning tarot from me, you can definitely send me an email or you can hit me up on my Instagram. My details are given in the description box below, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number three. If you chose the Gustave Doré Tarot, this is your reading on how do men view you. And even before we jump into this reading, I do want to announce that 27th September, I will be offering my Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot course. So if you're interested in learning tarot from me, do sign up. You can also hit me up on my email if you want a personal reading from me. Please do like the video, share, subscribe, comment, and now let's begin this reading on how do men view you. And I'm using this deck after a while. I got it a few years ago. I think I got it in 2023. And looking back, it was just a very simple, happy, nostalgic time for me. So I do think men see you in this very nostalgic way. Like you are like a safe bubble that they daydream in about you. So you do sort of have that, you sort of give men hope when they're down and out, even if you're not in their lives anymore. Men always remember you in like a nostalgic, sweet memory sort of a way, even if bad things have happened between you and them. I think not a lot of men would even reach out to you, but they do think about you because you really affect other people's souls when you come in contact with them. Okay, pile number three, the reading starts with Queen of Wands, Nine of Cups, Strength, the Star, King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Seven of Cups, and the Empress. Three of Wands behind the deck. And we have the Strength card in this deck, which is Daniel in the Den of the Lions. And again, it's that same story of, Daniel got thrown into the Den of Lions even though he didn't do anything wrong, and God came to him and God said that, just keep looking up at me, I'm the light, and you will be safe even in a Den of Lions. And that's what happened, and his innocence was proven. So even if people have like slandered you, men know the truth, men know who you really are, what you stand for, your purity, your connection to the divine. It is very much there. And the reading starts with the Queen of Wands, and she's being quoted over here, and there are cherubim above her. So I do think a lot of men hit on you, straight up. I think a lot of men are into you. You're conventionally very beautiful, you're conventionally very attractive, you are the beauty standard, pile number three. So you do get a lot of attention, more than you would even like at times. And sometimes having too much beauty can also feel like being cursed, right? And we know so many mythical women who were cursed for being too beautiful, including Venus. right? The curse of Venus. So it just sort of comes with the territory, and I think you understand that. But you are like everyone's ideal daydream also, and I think you could have a prominent first house. You could have your moon there, your Saturn, Jupiter, Venus, or even Neptune, because men do like to project their fantasies onto you, and just the ultimate fantasy. I think you really bring out those very ethereal desires in men. So they're very hypnotized. But I think what you also have is a gift of clairvoyance, and you're able to see through it. And let's not forget the Queen of Wands. She's extremely witchy. She's the witch in the tarot deck. So you know how to manipulate energies, and you know how to play to your strengths. I'm getting the biblical Judith, who used her beauty and won the war. So you do have that sort of a dark side to you that people don't always see. And yes, the beauty is a reflection of something deeper that is even more beautiful. Yet you do contain this strength within you. And your strength is not just brute force, it is your ability to wield your higher wisdom in a way that benefits everyone, even if they're doing you harm. And you always come out victorious. So you do have that very impactful impression, even if you've just come across someone, even if someone has just seen you walk across the street and they never see you again, it does leave an impression on their soul, a very positive impression. So you do have a lot of this bubble of sweet daydream thoughts around you. That's what I see. And I think you can also see that. I think you're extremely witchy too. So, and I do sense a lot of y'all are doing glamour spells and love spells over here. So they're clearly working extremely well by number 3. I don't even have to tell you that. And men do see you as the wish fulfillment. You would be the one they would want that is out of their league, basically, over here. 9 of Cups. And we have King of Wands in the center of the reading and the star. Come on. Come on. You are the star, and yet you are the leader. You are the leader. King of Wands is someone who makes things happen regardless of what is going on. Even if 10 things are going on wrong, the King of Wands will show up and show out. It's the rock star who broke her feet, and she's still performing. Florence comes to my mind. So you do have that very king-like energy to you, regardless of your gender, pile number 3. And men find that very, very attractive as well, and they know you can go toe to toe with them. And you're not brash or crude or masculine. You're still in your feminine divinity, because we also have the Empress ending the reading. So you're extremely feminine. Like I said, you are the standard of beauty. You are everyone's type. You're everyone's ideal match. Pile number 3. And I know this. I'm getting like Madison Beer energy too. So you're very otherworldly in the way you look. You do have that. You could have very like sharp features here as well. They're very well balanced and very well proportioned on your face, and it looks. You look like a painting, basically, pile number 3. So men also think that you would be the most beautiful woman they can have on their arm. So men do think about that as well. So men know that they have to come to you with their best. They cannot slack off. And I just noticed the 7 of Cups and the Page of Cups. That makes sense. So there is a lot of this dreamy energy around you. Men love to fantasize about you in every way possible. Let's just keep it to that. And there is love. it's not just all these crazy thoughts. There is this desire to want to be loved by you, to be healed by you, for you to pour your cup into them. So at the depth of all of this, there is this deep desire to be loved and to be healed by you. Pile number 3. You are like this otherworldly goddess. So continue to be that. You have a position of your own. You're very successful. A lot of y'all could even be in the public eye. Even if you're not in the public eye, you're very seen and you're very known and you're very popular, and men do see that as well. A lot of men also feel that they don't have enough to offer you, so they are working on themselves to try to get better. But I think the right person for you does exist. Firstly, if you aren't already with them, you will be meeting them very, very soon. So just continue to be in your gracious, beautiful energy and continue to do the amazing work that you're doing. And I just feel things are only going to get better for you. And I think you already know that. You have the power in your hands and you know how to use it responsibly and do good with it in this lifetime. So you're pretty sorted, and I think you already know that by number 3. I think you've just come here for confirmation. Shuffle some oracle. Okay, pile number 3, we have 2 cards. Card number 32, Kala Ratri, and card number 25, Kamala Devi. So, Kala Ratri is a very interesting form of Kali where people were being attacked and in the shadow of the night, and she sort of appeared and protected the people. So you do have that very dark side protectress energy to you. Like I said, the biblical Judith. You do have that, saving the day sort of an energy, or saving the night sort of an energy to you. And you balance it very well with this more sattvic side of you, this more pure side of you, which is abundant, loving, pure, very motherly. So you know when to shapeshift into which form to get the best desired outcome. And this is, you are like a mistress of your own alchemy over here, and you have mastered this extremely well. So there's a level to you, there's a caliber to you, pile number 3, spiritually, and to match that, a man really has to be very spiritually awakened and aligned constantly to match you. Otherwise, even if I think you've had a lot of affairs and you've been with guys, but it hasn't worked out because at the end of the day, you're just the greater force. The female spider is always bigger and will eat the male spider. That's the biology. And I'm not saying that you're a man eater. It's just, it's going to take someone of equal value and equal spiritual rank as you to sustain and maintain a relationship with you where, they're just not completely wiped out or because of their own low frequency habits. So you could even have some Venus algol placements like that. You could have a prominent algol placement like that. So you might want to look into that. It's not personal, it's just your astrology. So, and let that liberate you, knowing that, But I do think you see the grand scheme of things, and you see time differently, you perceive time differently, moves differently for you. So you're able to make the most of it. I feel. I really don't feel I have to advise you. I feel like I am speaking to someone who is more advanced and knows what they're doing. So continue to do what you're doing, pile number 3, because you're clearly awesome and you're killing it. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number 3. Again, it's a general reading. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like the video, share, subscribe, comment. And if you're interested in learning tarot from me, you can sign up 27th of September. And if you're interested in getting a personal reading from me, you can hit me up on my email or Instagram to do the same. And I will see you guys in your next reading.